Hello and welcome into Mud's Closet. I wanted to do an update of my seed starts and give you some dates and times of when things have started and what I'm planting. So I'm going to start with these three 10-cell little starters, and these are from Burpee. And I just want to show you, these are like pellets with a little fabric on the outside. And I have a lot of these, so I'm going to use them, but in all honesty, they are not my favorite. These are very coarse material in there, more so than traditional seed starting mixes. Like I say, I have them, so I'm going to go ahead and use them. As soon as I get some sprouts, generally I separate them and put them in some potting mix instead of seed starting mix, because seed starting mix is very lightweight, doesn't really have a ton of nutrition. So let me show you what I've planted. This is number 2, and this is my very sophisticated system of just drawing each. And so in this one I have some calendula, and this is the package that those came from. And I'm really interested in calendula for tea and other skincare items. And this one's called Lemon Cream. I need to do a little bit of research just to be sure that that's something that I can eat. On this side over here, the top few, I've planted some coleus, and I don't see my package. But you know, coleus has colored leaves. Yeah, I don't see it here close. But as they start growing, you'll get to see them. Down front, I have some nasturtiums and in these 4. So that's that one. In this one, again, nothing's coming up yet. I have some orange zinnias, some candy striped zinnias, some California giant mix. Those look beautiful to me. And what I love about zinnias, they grow very easily. The deer leave them alone. They're great for cut flower mixes. And I planted a couple cells worth of this purple prince, and that just looks gorgeous to me. Last year I grew the green envy, and those were pretty, but not as bright of a green as I wanted to have. And in this last one, I just planted some delphiniums. Those are perennials. My seeds are from a couple years ago. We'll see if they grow. To take a step back out, this on the bottom of my shelf is like a radiator, so it gets me some heat. There's some particular settings on it so I can get the area as warm as I want. So generally what happens is I start the seeds that require heat to germinate or warm soil on this shelf, and then I begin to move them up. I have just traditional long light bulbs. Hopefully you can see that in there. And they come plugged into this extension cord here. So for example, on the second shelf, I don't have anything yet, so these lights aren't plugged in. And these 72 cell trays, I'm going to go there in a moment and show you those started down here. And because I've gotten some germination, I want them closer to the lights and they don't have to have this direct heat. The other thing that I want to show you is this little microgreen tray that I started. And for that, I'm using these seeds from Botanical Interests. And this is my 4th tray that I've planted, and we just snip those off and put them in our salads. This does not have to be up this close to the light. The microgreens are something that you can just do on a windowsill. So in the middle of winter, in zone 5, that's the way that I get my growing fix. I'm going to step up to my top shelf and show you what I have going up here. These are 2 72 cell trays that I just moved up here to the light, and I rotated the trays. The light is maybe 2 inches or so from the plants, and what I've done, these are just yogurt containers here that I've just boosted up the tray with, and as the plants grow, those will come out. This one, the second one, just has a upside down pie plate in there. But these are basils, different kinds of basils. This is a lemongrass here. Down the way this is sage. I'm very excited about sage. These are all Cherokee tomatoes. Down further are some peppers and eggplants, and they have not germinated yet. They do take a little bit longer, so I'm going to give those a few more days, and if they don't germinate, then I'm going to replant them. I'm pretty excited about these little delicate ones. This is chamomile. Again, I'm looking at that for tea making. These are all different kinds of tomatoes, and they're doing really well. Again, I used seeds that were a little bit older, so I planted thick just in case I didn't have good germination. And you can see virtually every seed has germinated. So if you have a pack of seeds that's been sitting for a while, don't throw it away. Get it into the soil. And just to point out this one here, that little bend, that's my favorite. There's so much possibility there. It really just makes me happy. Some people feel inclined to pull the seed shell off. I don't. I think it makes the plant stronger if it comes out of that all on its own. So as these mature, I'll be separating them out so there's just one plant per cell, and I'll show you that when I get to it. But for now, this is what's going on. And this is what we're going to have in our dinner. If you have any questions, let me know. If you feel like someone else might find this video useful, please give it a share. If you want to see what's coming next, give me a subscribe, and have a great afternoon. Happy planting!